Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Treasure Trove Tarot, also known here on YouTube as Mystic Moon. Welcome to my second channel and welcome to another reading. So today's topic is going to be asking the Queens of the Tarot questions. So each particular suit of this deck has its own question, and this is called the Ask Yourself Tarot. So we are going to start off with the Queen of Wands, and that question is, what are you passionate about and ready to create right now? Well, let's go ahead and see what the cards want to tell us today. So the rest of these cards are created by myself and will be listed down below. This is the Holiday Cheer Oracle. What are we passionate about and ready to create now? Ooh, we have lay it to rest. Okay, so this is the thing. This is indicating to us, you guys, that we need to lay something to rest first. So before we can create something or kind of get our flame mojo back, we are going to have to let something go. Maybe from the past. Maybe this is some old anger, some kind of old wish, old dream, whatever it might be. Let's let it lie. Let's let it go. So that way we can make room for the new in our lives. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. This is my Oracle of Chance cards. Ooh, I like that. Once we do that, okay, once we lay something to rest, once we just say goodbye to something, let it go, we have the Horse. Things are about ready to take flight. So do you see how the energy shifts? Once we lay something to rest, we can open up the doors for new energy and new situations to literally flood in. So let's go into my Treasure Trove Oracle and see what archetype wants to come through with what we are passionate about and ready to create. Ooh, look at this, you guys. We have the Dancer. To me, the Dancer is all about vibrations, and this is about going with the flow. So things really becoming harmonious in our future. So some of you guys might actually be very passionate about music or dancing or just kind of choreographing things, maybe for other people, putting things together in a very creative way. But this says awaken your senses to the beat of the music. Transcending your feelings into viable energy will pull off this choreography. So to me, this is about being a visionary as well and really having that knack to bring things from a dream state to a reality state. So a lot of you guys might be, like a soul coach, life coach, kind of helping people to live out their dreams, to live their best life. So that could also be something that you're very creative and passionate about, is helping other people, assisting other people to help them to bring them into the best, highest possible vibration for themselves. So I feel like that could be a passion of yours, but it could also involve music or dancing or just basically living your best life, really being in this like harmonious state. To me, this is also about living your life to the beat of your own drum. So maybe working for yourself, being an independent person, being a business owner, running your own business, just really doing something just on your own. That to me is what's meant for you. So let's go ahead and get into my Treasure Trove Tarot and see what else we need to know with what you are passionate about and what you are ready to create. What you're ready to create. Hey, look at this. You want to talk about creating something? We've got the Empress, Taurus energy here, okay? Taurus energy is connected to, not Taurus, Venus. So Taurus is holy smokes. Venus is connected to Taurus and Libra. Don't know why I couldn't get that straight. But anyways, you guys, this says fertile investments, feminine authority, prosperity, and abundance. Okay, so this is about being the queen of your own world, being the empress of your own garden, tending your own garden, building your own abundant garden, seeing the fruits of your labor, running your own business, just etc. So what you're ready to create is abundance. What you're ready to create is to be in a position of authority and to do your own thing and call the shots. So I feel like for some of you guys, you want to invest in yourself. Maybe you're tired of investing in a company that you work for and you want to invest in your own brand. I feel like this is definitely something that is possible for you. You have a dream. You can achieve that. It could be lay your fears to rest and just do the damn thing already. Just do it. That is what we're getting here. Let's see what else. Four of Pentacles. Okay, this is interesting. Some of you might feel very complacent at your job. Some of you might feel like you don't want to make any kind of changes because, of course, you know, that penny pinching energy. There could be that fear that we don't have enough money, that we're going to go broke over this new thing that we're trying to do, or just that we're not going to be able to survive or make ends meet. And I'm not trying to say everything is going to be perfect if you take a risk. The universe is going to take care of you. I mean, I believe that the universe is going to push us into the direction of, you know, being able to figure out ways to take care of ourselves, but it's not a freaking, you know, genie bottle. It's not like this, or genie lamp where we rub it and then all of our dreams come true and there'll be no issues or problems. But what I'm getting, you guys, is where there is a will, there is a way. So this is about having that inspiration, that drive, that passion that pushes you to become the Empress, knowing that you are meant to do more than maybe what you're doing right now, knowing that your life basically can be fuller than it is right now. So I just feel like instead of chaining yourself to something that you don't enjoy doing or something that you just don't really truly enjoy, you guys do have an opportunity to live out your dream, to figure out what is that? You know, what is it that you're good at? It's about practice also makes perfect, because choreography, I mean, they've got to practice their routine for a very long time before a performance. So it's not like just overnight things are going to happen. It just means that we are going to have to practice in order to become really good at something, or, you know, to just like work on that project to get things ready to have that opening of a business, or that, you know, launching a product line or services, whatever that could be. So this is definitely where there's a will, there's a way. You can make that happen. And we have the Hangman. So it's all about perception, you guys. So we've got this man, he's hanging, and we've got all these money sacks. So we have something that's hanging in the balance. It's a temporary holding situation. It means like we feel like we're stuck, we feel like we can't move, but actually it's just the way that we're looking at it. So we just need to shift gears. We need to shift gears more into the can-do attitude instead of the I can't do this attitude. Something has to shift and change. And what I'm getting here is that whatever it is that you're passionate about, that is Spirit's way and the universe's way of reminding you that you're meant for more than what you're doing right now. There's something that's meant for you. You have a dream. That's your passion. That's something that lights your soul on fire. That's for you. That's yours to do something within this lifetime. So get rolling on it, get going on it, take those classes, practice your craft, whatever it's going to take. You are meant to be the Empress in this life. So fear is holding you back, or your perception of what you can and can't do. Something needs to be laid to rest, so that way you can thrive and you can start going into the direction of what you're destined to do. So that is the Queen of Wands message to us today. Let's now go into the Queen of Cups energy. What situation in your life is asking you to observe your emotions? Ooh, okay. What situation in our lives is asking us to observe our emotions? Let's look. Interesting. We have winter. So it could be that there's something that happened in winter, or there's something that is frozen in time. So maybe a past situation, something where, you know, I just got this in my head, until hell freezes over, like something that happened a long time ago. And when hell freezes over is when I'll forgive you, or when I'll deal with this. So to me, it's like stuffing something down and not dealing with it, or holding on to some sort of unforgiveness or bitterness, and that could be affecting us on a level to where maybe we're not even aware that it's affecting us, but it's affecting our energy. So Spirit is saying here that like once that ice thaws, then maybe we can take a look and observe those emotions. So what are we hiding from? What are we pushing down? What are we freezing out and not wanting to feel? What is this? What are we avoiding? Okay, interesting. Duck, staying in your own lane is strongly advised at this time. Okay, this is the story that I'm getting. There could be someone in your life, whether it's a family member, a friend, or a lover, you don't agree with their choices. You don't agree with the way that they're running your life, or you just have a really hard time not taking their treatment of you personally. Now, this doesn't mean that it's okay for somebody to treat you like shit, or to, you know, not be aware of your feelings, but what I'm getting is that it could be that you're putting way too much weight on what this other person is saying or doing or not doing, you see? And when we're living our lives and like we're kind of putting that much, not trust, but that much weight in how someone else is responding to us, we're going to be on a freaking emotional roller coaster, you guys. So I feel like that says a lot about us. It just means that maybe we are we're giving somebody in our lives way too much power over our emotional state. And we need to pull back and stay in our own lane. That's what I'm getting here. We need to pull back. We don't have to invest or put so much emphasis on what this person thinks or feels about us any longer. So it is about realizing that maybe we have just put way too much power into someone else's hands. And we do have the power to take back our power and to put more of that focus on ourselves. So that way we don't have to feel so slighted and hurt about every single thing this person does or doesn't do or says or doesn't say. So that's interesting. So we're kind of learning. We're asking to observe our emotions. Why do we feel so emotionally affected by someone else? Why are we making somebody else's business our business? So Spirit is saying it's time for us to kind of maybe take a lot of that focus and time and energy and put it more on ourselves, and we'll have a different experience. So some of you guys might feel pissed. That's what this winter energy is. You might feel super pissed that you put a lot of time and dedication and energy into a situation and you didn't really get what you wanted back, or you didn't get anything back. And it's not Spirit's way of saying, well, you know what, that's kind of your own fault. Not really what Spirit is saying, but it's a hard lesson that when you put too much dedication and time and emphasis on another and you don't really reserve anything for yourself, you are going to feel bitter. You are going to feel pissed. You are going to feel slighted and even feel betrayed and really hurt when someone else doesn't recognize everything that you did for them. Maybe they didn't ask you to do those things, or maybe they did. Maybe there were red flags that they were taking and you just kept giving. So this gives us an opportunity to kind of pull our energy back, look at it, observe our kind of emotional attachment to the situation, and figure out, you know what, maybe it's not as, I don't have to take it as personally as I am. I don't have to be as hurt as I am. Doesn't make it okay, but I don't have to put so much weight on this situation. I can really just let a lot of this go and just kind of focus on myself. That's the message. The humanitarian. Interesting. See, this is what I'm getting here. You guys are very giving people. You want to do things for other people. You're a helper. You're probably an empath, a light worker maybe. You just want to give to people from the kindness of your heart. Maybe some of you guys don't even really expect anything back, but what you do expect is someone to at least be appreciative or nice about it. So some of you guys may have just given to a person that was, let's just say, narcissistic, somebody that doesn't really have a decent bone in their body, somebody who's just used to being serviced. And so sometimes empaths will attract vibrationally, okay? Sometimes we will attract very toxic people that take. And I believe that the reason that we do that is to learn something, learn a very valuable lesson, that not everybody is on the same wavelength as us. And sometimes you do need to be careful with where you are placing your energy. But the humanitarian, holy smokes, the humanitarian says the generous humanitarian provides a helping hand to all who need it. Donate your time towards the things money can't buy. This is the thing at the end of the day, you guys, and I feel like this is kind of what the lesson is. When we expect something in return, you know, we're not really truly giving from a selfless place. And I've even looked at myself before in the past and seriously said, oh my God, I'm such a good giving person. But then when I really sat back and observed why I gave so much in those situations, I started to realize a thing or two about myself, such as, I was actually getting to get, meaning I was giving without realizing, but what I wanted in return is I wanted someone to see me. I wanted somebody to value me. I wanted somebody to like me. I wanted to earn their attention or whatever it was. I was looking to actually get something. And sometimes we're not able to sit back and look at ourselves and really analyze what we're doing and why we're doing what we're doing. So I just feel like there is maybe some lopsided energy that has kind of taken over, and it could stem from codependency, toxic patterns, traumas from the past, whatever. And sometimes that can wreak havoc in our lives, and we don't know where we're giving from. And I feel like this gives us an opportunity when it says, let's kind of just pull our energy back and stay in our own lane. It gives us an opportunity to give when we want to give and give for the right reasons, rather than giving out of obligation, or if I don't do this, then I won't be loved, or I won't be liked, or I won't feel valuable because other people aren't paying attention to me or loving me. So we are being asked to pull our energy back and just kind of start focusing more on the relationship that we have with ourselves, and maybe try giving more to yourself than giving to another person. Even though it does say donate your time towards things money can't buy. That again, we can't, you can buy people to a point, but this is about doing things for yourself that are invaluable. Meaning time, love, comfort, just all those things, acts of love for yourself. Those things don't have to be material. And this is about learning to love yourself in that way. So that way, perhaps that can be mirrored back in the relationships around you. So once we start to shift that vibration within ourselves, it is amazing how other people start responding to us. Other people start seeing our value. Other people start responding to us in just a different way. And if they're still takers and they're not giving anything back, you'll start seeing those people in a different way and pull your energy back and say, I'm done with it. So either way, it really weeds out the trash. Sorry to say, but that's just the way it is. It weeds out the trash. Four of Cups. Sometimes things are not missed opportunities. It's not a lot of times we go for things that we don't even really want, or that don't even meet our needs, but it's because either we are passing the time, or maybe we are used to putting effort into things or people that aren't really interested in us. And sometimes that can be a toxic pattern. And I'm kind of picking that up for some of you guys if you're resonating with this reading. Some of us are attracted to people that are uninterested. Some of us are attracted to people that we have to either kind of guess, or it's a mystery, or it's a game, or that you even have to chase. And it's boring when someone is interested in you or acting towards you in a healthy way. Like we're almost addicted to the dysfunction. So I do feel for some of you guys that there is something for us to recognize about ourselves and what really drives our ship. What drives us in love? What drives us in relationships? Is it good? Is it healthy? Or is it toxic and negative? So we have an opportunity to kind of figure this out right now by no longer focusing on what everybody else is doing and why they're doing this. It's kind of like when you deal with a narcissist, and this is very normal. It's such a traumatic, almost very unique experience. So you start searching on the internet about everything that you can about narcissists. You start watching videos, Dr. Romney, and all these other things about the narcissist. And so you're trying to make sense of it. You're trying to make sense with what just happened and why somebody did what they did, and that's great. But what ends up happening for some is that you get way too invested again in this person. It's just in a different form. And we're trying to focus on what makes them tick. Why are they doing what they're doing, and trying to make sense of it, instead of figuring out what can we do to better the relationship with ourselves to where we're no longer attracted to narcissists. Do you see what I'm saying? Or that we're no longer, attracting them into our lives. So there's always there's something that maybe we're missing right now. And some of us can just become bored and we want things to be exciting, and sometimes toxic connections and trauma bonds are very exciting. And healthy relationships are just kind of like, you know what I mean? But it just depends on where you're at on your healing journey. And I just feel like there's something for some of you guys, as well as, me and everybody else, to kind of figure out within themselves, But I like this. We have the Strength card. Strength is Leo's energy. This is about owning your power. No longer giving your power to people that don't give a fuck. Sorry to just be so blunt, but it's true. Some people just don't give a shit. They just don't care. And sometimes that can be a really harsh truth. Like, you've all been in those situations where you're talking and somebody just like shifts the subject or turns it back onto themselves, and they just like totally go over what you were saying because they don't give a shit. Some people just do not care. They're not invested. You're not important to them, and that is a harsh truth. But sometimes those harsh truths are in your face for a reason, for you to go, wow, this is a completely lopsided relationship, work situation, friendship, whatever it is. It's so lopsided and it's so in my face and it totally sucks. But you know what? I'm seeing as clear as day that this person is not as into me as I am into them. So you know what? I'm going to pull out of their lane and I'm going to go back into mine, and then we'll see what happens. But this owning your power, like that's a power move. That's a strong move to do that. That shows somebody that you're strong, that you're not just this weak person that's just like a puppy dog, chasing them and wondering when you're going to get your next emotional hit from them, right? So there's a message here for this Queen of Cups that we need to become stronger in this area with our own emotions and just who we are, and own our own power. Instead of giving our power, instead of allowing other people to have power over our emotions, no, we're in control of our emotions. We decide whether or not we're going to emotionally invest, or what's going to hurt us or what's not going to hurt us ever again. We're in control, not other people. Look, oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cool. The Queen of Cups comes up, and she comes up with, she's content in her life. She's focused on finding her purpose, and she's realizing that money isn't everything. She's realizing what's important to her. So sometimes like a big, like numbers, as in a bunch of friends, it's like quality over quantity. Yeah. Quality over quantity. I'm having a hard time saying certain words today, but that's what we have. And you're learning that your own cup is the most important cup of all. That's where your strength lies, is in your own cup. And when you're invested in your own cup and you're content in your life, you are going to find exactly what it is that you're looking for in other people to mirror that same kind of relationship to you. So I just feel like this is a journey for the Queen of Cups right now. And you are being asked to kind of observe what you've gone through, what you felt, what has molded and shaped you into who you are today, and why this has all happened. And I feel like there's much more about yourself than about the other person, really. And so there's like a mirror that we're supposed to look into, and we're supposed to learn something of great value here. So some of you may not have liked those messages, but that's what we have. All right, you guys, now we have the Queen of Swords. What situation in your life do you need to be logical about? So this is like totally different than the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very emotional, empathic, deep. This right here is about being able to observe a situation and be kind of a hard ass and say, yeah, you know what? No, I don't think so. You got to go. The Queen of Swords can be a little cutting, and she can be a little intense. So let's see what we need to be more logical about. Or maybe who do we need to cut out, or what do we need to cut out? Ooh, we have on thin ice. Okay. I feel like someone's on thin ice in your life. That's what I'm getting here. Like, they've showed you who they are. Like, it's not any kind of a secret that this person is either bullshit, a pile, untrustworthy, just not worth it. They're already on thin ice. They've done too many things is what I'm getting here. And our heart might be saying, but I love this person. I care about this person. They're my family. They're my friend. We've been through so much together. There's so much time invested. But somebody's on thin ice and it's about ready to break. And we are being asked to be logical about this situation or person, because there's some kind of bullshit that needs to go. Okay, we have gather more information. I'm getting here. You guys don't need to gather any more information. You have everything that you need. And this might just be the excuse. Our hearts and our emotions are saying, oh, I just need, you know what? I just need to know more, or I need to give it more time. No, the Queen of Swords doesn't need to give it any more time. She doesn't need to gather up any more information. She already knows what to do about a situation. It's just about doing it, taking that sword and cutting the bullshit out. That's what I'm getting here. The fisherman. Yeah. This to me is, there's plenty of fish in the sea. That's what it says. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Try not to focus on the one that got away. A new catch of the day is on the horizon. So this to me is saying here that if you have already been through the ringer with someone, I'm getting here, it's time for you to throw that fish back and cast your line out for a different fish, because something's got to go. And the Queen of Cups might hang on to this because she feels very emotional. Maybe she feels weak, or just an emotional bond, or even like a tie to this person. But the Queen of Swords, she's able to pull her heart out of the situation, which we are being asked to do, because it's like enough is enough. Enough is enough. That's what I'm getting here. Yep. Five of Cups. Five of Cups is one of those cards where it's just like, sadness, being bummed. Look at how sad that person looks in their little boat. It's like a demotion, like downgrading, downsizing, lowering your standards just to be with this person. I just feel like being with this person or dealing with a situation that is unacceptable, all it's doing is it's setting you back in life. It's setting you back in life, and Spirit's saying you've got to stop doing this, because you don't need any more signs. You don't need any more information. You don't need any more time. You know that this is BS. And that basically the answer is your own cup. Okay. Your lucky break is when you pull yourself back and you revitalize your own cup. And you put yourself back into a position of life where you're fulfilling your own needs. I feel like this ship has sailed. Okay, and it might not be forever, but just right now. Some ship has sailed, or it's just, this is going nowhere. It's just going to set you back. And you would be better off just fulfilling your own needs at this point, because I feel like whoever you're wanting to fulfill your needs is not, and they haven't been for a while, or they're just not going to. So it's a waste of your precious time, investment, and energy. And I love that. So the Queen of Cups, when we just looked into that energy, it was about pulling yourself out of other people's business and focusing on yourself. And when we do that, we make the investment in the self. What does that do? It matches us up with the correct person. Partnerships that are beneficial, people that have something in common, which is they're both coming with a full cup to the relationship. They're not looking to take anything. They're not looking to benefit from you. They're looking to have a nice reciprocal exchange of energy. And that's what you guys are looking for. That's what I'm getting here. So, pull yourself back. Something needs to just, it's the straw that's breaking the camel's back. The ice is going to break. Let it go. And I feel like once we make that logical decision to do that, we will be matched up with someone that might be better suited for us, or then maybe this person that's on thin ice, maybe they'll finally get it and wake up and smell the coffee and say, hey, you know what? I don't want to lose you. That could happen too. All right. So let's go ahead and get the last queen. Okay, so the last queen is the Queen of Pentacles. What situation in your life do you hold value to? Okay, so what are we truly valuing at this time? Okay, so we have wrapped up. So to me, this is something that is like a gift. It's a present. It's something that we have wrapped up, very special. We don't just share it with everyone or anyone. We basically hold something very closely wrapped up in ourselves, and we let only special people see it or have access to it. So that's pretty cool. So we value something very special and unique, and we're not just going to share it with anyone. And it's your heart. Look at that. You're not going to just give your heart to anyone. You're not going to just open up your heart to anyone. So I kind of feel like that is a very valuable lesson that some of you guys may have learned, you know, because with the Queen of Wands, when we first went into these messages, it was talking about what are you passionate about, right? What are you passionate? But we need to lay something to rest. And then the Queen of Cups was all about pulling out of somebody else's lane and letting go. And then the Queen of Swords was about putting that fish back into the sea and casting your line out for something new, which would be something of value. So the heart says a new phase begins. So to me, you pulling back your emotions, you pulling back your heart, you valuing yourself as a person, this actually creates a new phase in your romantic life. And it puts you on the path towards what it is that you're really, truly looking for. Some of you, it might not be romance. It could be something else of value. But whatever this is going to be truly heartfelt. This is going to be near and dear to your heart, whatever this situation is all about. Okay? So it's like saving the best for last. Vanessa Williams, Save the Best for Last, a song. I don't know why that's coming through. The actor. The suspense is killing you. You've auditioned for the role, but now it's a waiting game. Refrain from acting out and being patient. So the fact that I said save the best for last, I can't even remember what that song is about. It might be about somebody that we already know. Somebody that we've just been holding out for, you know, somebody that we just know is our partner, our counterpart, or something like that, if this is romantic, okay? But there's something that we really hold very near and dear to our heart, and it might be so like private to where we don't talk to people about this. It's just something that we hold in our heart space, and something, the suspense of how it's all going to unfold or when this thing is going to come about is still a mystery, but we know, and we have faith and hope, or just know that it's at some point that this new phase or this new start is going to begin. Wow. It's like 10 of Pentacles is your dream come true. A long-term partnership. What you get in the end. This could be like what's near and dear to you is working hard and getting everything that you have on that checklist. It's like having a vision board of the kind of home that you want, this, that, whatever, and literally getting those things. To me, this is like in the end, fighting for something that's been really, really difficult, right? You've had to hold your own. You've had to really push through the challenges, but you finally make it at the end. You finally get what it is that you want, which is the prize. You finally obtain that goal or that dream, or it could even be a particular person. So you don't know how it's all unfolding, but you just know without a shadow of a doubt that this is meant for you, whatever this is. So something that you hold near and dear to your heart, even though it's wrapped up right now, you know that it will be revealed to you and this gift will unfold in your life at a later date. Interesting. Ooh, we have the Hierophant. It could be spiritual love. It could be a spiritual marriage or spiritual love. Like you might feel spiritually married to somebody right now, but they're not in your life. So this could be like, you know that there's someone coming into your life, and it could be somebody that you don't know yet, or it could be somebody that you know that's coming back, and you just know without a shadow of a doubt that you and this individual are going to either end up together, or that this kind of spiritual love or life is meant for you. And it's just like the actor means right now you're playing out a certain role, maybe your person's in another role right now, and at some point you guys are going to end up in the same movie in the end. That's what it is. It's like you guys are in this movie together right now that's playing out, and you guys are not together yet, but you will be in the end. And it's like you just know this story is just unfolding, and there's other people in the situation, and they all hold value, but in the end there's someone special, and you know it. And this is something that you get in the end with this person. It might be meeting your counterpart in your later years, or coming together with your counterpart in your later years of your life. So I'm getting that for some of you guys too. But if this is not about romance, this is just about you feeling like you have a particular gift to share with the world, and it's a heartfelt gift, and you're putting something out there and you're kind of waiting how it's all going to unfold. And even though right now it doesn't feel like you're hitting your mark, at some point you will hit your mark, and you will be able to retire off of this income of your purpose and your mission, or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. In the end, success is yours, and it's just spiritually ordained for you already. It's already been written in the book of destiny of life. Like you're in it, you're supposed to do it, you're here for a reason. You might be playing a different role right now, but really your role is to become successful and to have long-term financial security because of it. That's pretty cool. So anyways, you guys, that's what I have. Just wanted to kind of do something fun and creative with the queens, and I hope that there was something in there for you guys, a special message. So thanks again for choosing to watch this reading. Take care. Bye-bye.